Hello, artists! Today we are going to be creating a lion. We are going to be reviewing line and shape and color. So we are going to, at least my kindergartners are going to upgrade to some markers. If you don't have markers at home, you can continue using crayon. We are also going to be using a pencil today to start our drawing. And we have our white piece of paper. We're going to start by putting our name on the back and our class code. Our class code is the day and your grade. So if it's Monday, you would put M, and if you're in kindergarten, then you would put K. If you're in first grade, you would put 1. I'm going to flip my page over to the other side. And remember, we're going to start with a pencil because later on we're going to trace it with a black marker. So we are going to review some of our lines. First, I have to make a straight line. And I'm going to make it not all the way at the top, but I'm going to bring it just a little bit about here, maybe about a fingertip length away from the top of the paper because I want to leave some room for my lion's ears. I'm going to make a straight horizontal line. Give me a thumb up when you make a straight horizontal line. Now I'm going to bring my line down all the way to about a fingertip from the bottom of the paper. And I'm going to make a vertical line. Can you say vertical? We're going to go all the way and stop about a fingertip length away from the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, going all the way down and stop. Give me a thumb up when you have 2 vertical lines. Now I'm going to connect those lines. I'm going to connect the left to the right and make a horizontal line. Can you say horizontal? Now, what shape do I have? I have a rectangle. Give me a thumb up when you have a very, not too long, but a long rectangle. So we made our first shape. This is the shape of the lion's face. Now we are going to make 2 circles in each corner, top corner of our rectangle, right on top. 1 circle. 2 circles. Give me a thumb up when you have 2 circles. Okay, now that I have 2 circles for the ears, I'm also going to do 2 circles for the eyes. 1 and 2. Inside of those circles, I'm going to draw a smaller circle for the lion's pupil. Now, you can make your lion look like he's looking this way. Maybe he's looking up, maybe he's looking down to the right, or maybe he's looking straight. My lion's going to look to the left, so I'm going to make the circles on the left side. 1 and 2. My other lion, on the board, he looks like he's looking straight. Give me a thumb up when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have drawn 6 circles. Now I'm going to make an upside down triangle. And I'm going to draw that right in the middle of my rectangle. I'm going to start by making a horizontal line. Then I'm going to bring the horizontal line down on one side, diagonal line, and another diagonal line on the other side. 1 and 2. Give me a thumb up when you have an upside down triangle for your lion's nose. Now I'm going to start from the bottom of the triangle and make a straight line and stop. I'm going to draw a straight vertical line from the end of my upside down triangle. At the end of that line, I'm going to bring that line all the way to the corner of the lion's chin or his mouth. Ready? Here we go. Diagonal. Can you say diagonal? And then I'm going to do the same to the other side. Another diagonal line. You can always erase something and fix it if you need to fix it. And if you need help, make sure that you raise your hand. I will be happy to help. I also have some diagonal lines for whiskers. 1, 2, 3 lines for whiskers. This one looks more like a horizontal line, but those are definitely diagonal lines. And we're going to do the same to the other side. 1, 2, and 3. What is my lion missing inside of his mouth? His teeth. We're going to draw the lion's teeth. So, we're going to start on the bottom by making triangles. So, diagonal line and another diagonal. Almost like zigzag lines, but they're little triangles. So, those are his bottom teeth. And I can make some more teeth on the diagonal lines. And some more teeth on the other diagonal lines. Now he has his lion teeth. I'm going to put my pencil away, and I'm going to wait for my students that are finishing up their drawing before we move on. The first color we're going to be using is yellow. We always want to use yellow first if we're using yellow on our drawing with markers because we could dirty the yellow with other colors. So we're going to use yellow to color in the body of the lion. I'm going to open up my marker. I can put the cap on the back of the marker. And then I'm going to color in the lion's head. First, I'm going to color in all of his fur. I want you to follow the directions and watch where I'm coloring. I'm not going to color in his nose or his eyes or his mouth. I'm just coloring in the fur. It's okay if you get a little pencil on the yellow. And it's okay if you see it smudge a little bit. I can't see it very well when it's farther away. I can color with my marker at an angle to cover more ground. I know to see if I color straight it's a little line, but if I color the marker at an angle, it makes thicker lines. So as I'm using my marker, I'm coloring at an angle. Sometimes I can color in straight lines, especially when I get to the corner. Sometimes I have to color kinda in the around to go around the eye. I also don't want to forget to color in the lion's ears. When you're done with your yellow, take your cap off, close your marker. You can also close your marker. I'll show you a little trick. If you can't close it because it's too tight, put it on the table, push it down, and it snaps closed. I'm gonna wait for all my students to get done with their yellow marker. Give me a thumb up when you're all done. Now I'm gonna move on to my black marker. So I'm going to take the cap off again, put it around the back, and now I'm going to trace almost all of my pencil lines. I'm going to start with the small circle inside the lion's eye, and I can color that in. I can even trace the outside of the line. Now this time I'm using my marker straight up, not at an angle, because I want little lines to trace. I'm going to do the same thing to the left eye. And trace all the way around. Next, I'm going to draw the lines of the upside down triangle and color in the lion's nose. I can trace the vertical line going down from his nose and the diagonal lines of his mouth. And the straight line underneath. It's really good to learn how to trace your lines. I'm going to trace all the lines of the lion's teeth. And then I'm going to color in the inside of his mouth. I don't want to color in the teeth, just the inside of the lion's mouth. Okay, we have a couple more lines to do, and then we're going to move on to the lion's hair. I can finish tracing all of the lines of the lion's body, the two vertical lines and the horizontal lines. I can trace the ears, and the whiskers. My lion's looking really good. Roar. When I'm done with the black, I'm gonna close up the cap and make sure it's nice and closed so it does not dry up. There's two more colors we haven't used, and these are called the warm colors. Can you say warm colors? Warm colors are red, orange, and yellow. They are the beginning of the rainbow. And they are warm like fire, warm like the sun. Just like how lions sit in the sun. Now that we are ready, give me a thumb up if you're ready for your lion's mane. We're gonna make the lines of the lion's mane. I'm gonna start with the first color of the rainbow, which is red. I'm gonna open up the cap of the red, put the red cap on the back. Now, I'm gonna start with the zigzag line, and I'm gonna make a bunch that goes all the way around, starting on our rectangle. Gonna make a zigzag line all the way to the end of the paper. I'm gonna do 3 zigzag lines on each side of the rectangle. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can even turn my lion to make it easy for me. 7, 8, 9. Turn my lion upside down. 9, 3, 6, 9, 10. That was 10, 11, and 12. Flip my lion back around. Give me a thumb up when you have 3 zigzags on each side of your lion. Put your red away when you are done with the red. I'm waiting for everybody to give me a thumb up. Now that I'm done with my red, I'm gonna move on to my orange. Open up the cap of your orange, flip it over, and put it on the back. This time, I'm gonna make a wavy line in between each of my zigzag. Wavy, kind of like big mountains. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Turn the lion back around. Now he really looks like he's starting to look like a lion with a mane. I'm gonna take off the back of the cap, put it back on, and put it down. What's one color we didn't use yet? Yellow. I'm gonna take my yellow, take it off the cap, put it on the back. This time, I'm going to make some straight lines, going all the way to the edge of the page. I'm going to make them in between my zigzag and my wavy line. Go all the way to the end of the page. All my straight lines. Turn my lion around. Give me a thumb up when you have all of your straight lines. Close your yellow marker. I'm I'm gonna go back to my red. And this time, with my red, I'm gonna make some dotted lines. And I'm gonna make the dotted lines right next to all of my yellow straight lines. Dot, dot, just like dot, dot, not a lot when we glue. Can you make those next to, even if you don't want to make them next to all of your yellow lines, I like to make them next to the yellow lines because the straight lines help me to go in a straight line. My line's looking really good. One more line we didn't do is a loopy line. If you're not done with your dotted lines, that's okay. But we're gonna end our lion drawing with some loopy lines. And I go almost like a roller coaster and woo around, up and around, up and around. Looks like the lion has some curly hair. I'm just gonna make some loopy lines where I have some extra room. I see there's some open space in between some of my zigzag lines. Now that we are all done, make sure that all of your caps are closed by pushing them down on the table, making sure they're all closed. Please put all of your markers and pencils back in where they belong. And then we can work on our fun coloring sheet when we are all done. You guys did an amazing job on these lions, and we get to take them home with us today. Great job on your shape and line lion.